This is how I went from average job to over $100,000 generated within a year while only having under 2,000 followers, with no experience, without a huge audience, or working more than 2 to 3 hours a day. So, my story. Growing up in a typical Asian immigrant household, the path seemed pretty straightforward. Study hard, get good grades, and excel academically at all costs. And then afterwards go to a prestigious university, earn a place at a top institution to make your family proud. And then eventually getting a well-paying job, securing a respectable, high-earning career, and settling down. And I'd always wanted to make my parents proud, but deep down, I always felt like I wanted something different, something more. I wasn't actually lazy, and I wasn't unambitious. In fact, I was quite the opposite. I was a competitive taekwondo fighter, competing at a national level for years. I won gold medals in many regional tournaments, and the peak of my career was winning a silver medal at the 2018 British National Taekwondo Championship. But when it came to school, that's when I felt truly lost. I just did not care about whatever was taught in class, and I honestly couldn't focus on what would be taught, and I would just end up daydreaming. I'd actually tried a lot of things, a lot of side hustles, and there was years of trying and years of failing, right? So like many young people who watched internet gurus like Tai Lopez and Gary Vee, I spent years trying to figure out how to make money online. So in 2019, I sold candy, I made a bit of profit. In 2020, I tried drop shipping, I had my own e-commerce brand. I broke even, but I didn't really make any profit. And then in 2021, I had my own YouTube channel where I was making like horror story animations. I had a team of animators, scriptwriters, and narrators. After that, I tried crypto and I lost a bunch of money. This is all between 14 to 18 years old. So I was trying early on, right? Despite all of the countless efforts, none of it really amounted to much success. And in fact, I lost over £10,000 in my YouTube business alone, my e-commerce brand. I was selling resistance bands during lockdown. This was the lowest point of my entire life. After the summer of 2022, I got my A-level results. For Asian standards, they were pretty bad. I decided at the beginning of 2023 that the only thing I could do was just go to university and try to figure things out. Fast forward to April 2025. After a year and a half of being in a toxic relationship, I got dumped. I had failed academics, failed businesses, and now a failed relationship. I just felt like a complete disappointment to my parents. And I could just feel the whole of the society just judging me. And this was genuinely the lowest point of my entire life. But gradually I knew I couldn't just sit there and feel sorry for myself. I couldn't stay in my crappy part-time job at McDonald's, just slaving away for minimum wage. The only person who could either screw it up or make it work was me. No one else. And so this was the discovery that changed everything. One day I was just mindlessly scrolling through Instagram, and suddenly I discovered a 19-year-old kid making $4,000 a month with UGC, user-generated content. And the crazy part was he only had 900 followers. So here are some video examples of my viral videos through UGC. I couldn't believe it, honestly. And soon everything just clicked. I realized that AI tech companies were willing to pay thousands of dollars to everyday people. And as long as they could talk on camera and promote their products, companies don't care about how many followers you have. They care about whether you can communicate a message, whether you can capture attention, and whether you can give energy to the viewer. And so in the first few months, I was hustling, taking every opportunity and every campaign I could get my hands on, with no guidance and no support, and ultimately no direction, right? I made a lot of mistakes. And at times it was very tough, especially balancing it with exams and the constant lingering thoughts of my ex. However, I persisted because winners never quit and quitters never win. And after 3 to 4 months, I finally saw results. Everything changed. I finally hit my first 10K month in the summer of 2025. I was consistently making 8 to 10K every single month with under 2,000 followers on my UGC account. I've generated 100 million views for tech AI products across their UGC campaigns. Like I showed earlier, these are some of the results that I've generated. And so this was honestly my breakthrough. This was my aha moment. The first thing I did was call my parents and tell them ecstatically about everything I had just achieved. Finally I achieved a goal that I had set ever since I was a scrawny 14-year-old kid. And this is all because of UGC. And in a way, I kind of realized that keeping myself busy and just redirecting my purpose towards a new path that I had carved out, it just really helped me get over the breakup. So here I am with Simon Squibb, London Tech Week 2025. And here are some screenshots of example payouts that I've received. What did this allow me to do? This allowed me to earn a 6-figure income while being a university student, right? I was making more than some of my professors and lecturers, maybe all of them. It helped me build valuable relationships with startups and other people in the tech world and UGC space. Most importantly, it helped me achieve true time and location freedom. The ability to work from anywhere, anytime, So here are some lifestyle pictures. You know, most people think making money online requires creating a startup, huge inventory costs, a huge audience, or learning how to code, right? But I discovered something else. Companies are desperate for everyday people who can make real organic content, especially in AI and tech companies. You don't need to be famous, you don't need to be a genius, you just need to learn how to communicate. I have an opportunity for you. The truth is, you don't need another course, you don't need another Instagram reel, you don't need another guru. If information was truly the answer, you'd already be making money. The real problem is you don't know where to start, you're overwhelmed, and you don't have any accountability. And most importantly, you don't have access to the right opportunities. What if you could learn how to make a full-time income from home working 2 to 3 hours a day? I promise you that it would change your life. Is this for you? This is for you if you want a serious income outside of the traditional route. You want to build a high income skill, you feel you have untapped potential, and you want freedom and flexibility. And most importantly, you're willing to take action. This is not for you if you want another get rich quick scheme, right? This is essentially a business and it requires a lot of focus and dedication. This is also not for you if you're refusing to put in the work and you have shiny object syndrome, because motivation only lasts for a short amount of time. If you have the discipline and commitment to actually keep on acting regardless of how you feel, this is for you. This is also not for you if you blame everyone else and you aren't willing to learn why you're failing. There's no direction, you don't know where to start with UGC, right? How to find these companies to work for. You feel overwhelmed, there's too many options, too much noise, and just too much information. And you have no accountability. You don't have anyone holding you to your objectives and your weekly inputs, right? No access to the right brands, campaigns, or networks that are willing to pay. You don't need another coach who just throws you into a random Discord server and leaves you on your own. Even if you have an onboarding call with them, you still feel alone in the journey and never learn the core fundamentals of UGC and actually making it a consistent income source. Unsustainable. This will drive you insane. You'll hit a wall in your progress because you don't have someone to hold you accountable for your actions. In the past, you've just given up on making money online. Done for you. Work with someone who understands the UGC landscape from top to bottom and is in the exact place that you want to be in. Work with someone who can guide you with learning the core fundamentals of content, all the way from getting brand deals and stacking these retainers every month. Strategy. All you have to do is follow the structure of this program. We take care of training, resources, and finding the deals. Now, the 6 fundamentals of a successful UGC creator. This isn't a course you watch alone. It's a high-touch mentorship built around 6 core pillars that take you from zero to consistent incomes. Number 1, mastering your mind. Adopt a founder's ego. Stop taking bad video results personally and start seeing them as data to fix. Build the mental toughness to keep posting until you hit that viral video. Mastering the craft. Running a daily production sprint, just learning how to build scroll-stopping hooks, keeping viewers engaged, and structuring videos that generate millions of views by analyzing pacing, tonality, and emotion. All of these things will be covered. Consistent revenue streams. Stop relying on luck. Learn the exact outreach systems to secure high-paying brand partnerships on a recurring basis, plus access to our exclusive network of top AI companies. Scaling into a business. Work backwards from your income goals. Think like an investor, not like a freelancer. Move from making videos to making a scalable and profitable operation. And 5th, get direct access to the exact system used to run successful UGC accounts. Whether you need a question answered or bottleneck solved, you have direct support, not a random Discord server. Done for you strategy. All you have to do is follow the exact structure of the program and we take care of everything else. So, are you ready to stop wasting your potential? If you're ready to stop wasting your potential, click below and book a call and we'll see if you're the right fit for the program. If you are, we'll create a plan for you to help you build your first meaningful income stream through UGC.